Matt with Matt's Fish Room. It's feeding time, and she knows it. This shark is hungry. She's always hungry. She's greedy. She'd eat more food than she could stand if you'd let her. If you have a shark, and it gets to this point where it's kind of like a overactive puppy, get prepared to start buying a lot of fresh shrimp and squid and all that stuff. I think I probably spend more money on food, because I mean they eat. I mean, between everything, I at least one full bag of shrimp every week, and then we have scallops and squid, and randomly a couple other things. But food's expensive. I don't even want my wife to find out how much I spend on this stuff. But this is what you get when you get a shark. The new fish room that I've got going in, or in the process of putting together, is going to have a lot more space, and this girl is going to get a much bigger tank, because when I first got a shark, she wasn't very big. Very small, cute little thing, and that's not how she stayed. I mean, she's still cute. I think she's adorable. Very cool fish, probably one of the cooler fishes I've ever had. But she needs a lot of space. She's getting bigger. She's not even done. She's getting bigger. So I'm gonna get her at least a 500-gallon pool, but I'm probably just gonna go ahead and jump ahead and get a 1,000-gallon pool, because what ends up happening with a lot of people's fish when they get bigger predatory fish is they get them when they're cute, like I did, and then one day they turn into these giant monsters of animals, and you can't take them back to the ocean. So a lot of the people in the fish group I'm in will give me their fish. They'll give me their fish because their fish have overgrown the tanks they had, or they have gotten aggressive toward other fish. This fish here is a killer, gorgeous, but is not other fish friendly unless it's got tons and tons of space. This eel, the same thing, huge animal. This animal is going to be massive. This guy's probably going to need a 1,000-gallon tank all by itself. So that's kind of what Matt's Fish Room is becoming, is a sanctuary for these giant creatures that people buy that they can't maintain for long periods of time. Yeah, it's a valiant hobby. I just really like fish. I really like fish, especially these things. I am a big fan of eels. I can't even express to y'all how much I love eels. Look how much character this animal has. It's a female green moray eel. She's gonna be huge. She is going to be massive. Somebody got this thing thinking they were gonna stick it in their 55-gallon tank or whatever it ends up being, and it grows up, and she's not even remotely close to finish. This animal is gonna be 6 to 8 feet long. I mean, there's pictures online of these animals in the ocean that, I mean, they could hold you down. They're big enough to hold you down. I mean, they eat large sharks. Not what you need for a 50-gallon aquarium. It's in a 180 right now, and she needs 3 times that already. Again, the new fish room will help with a lot of that stuff. But this is just a greedy shark, though. She is super greedy. I've got a few ribbon eels in there. That one's a black one. That one used to be purple, but now it's yellow. Ribbon eels will actually change their sex, and when they change sex, they change colors. They usually start out black or purple, and then if they become female, they'll turn yellow. This one turned yellow. I don't believe they can go from female to male and back again, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, we're gonna keep feeding this girl so she can quit messing up everything. Also, if you get a shark, and I'll tell you this, I have to put antibiotics with her all the time. A lot of times I'll soak her food in it. She cuts herself up. She digs under these rocks. She moves them, flips them out of the way. When she gets a bigger tank, it's going to be a lot more open space. There's some fish sharing this space, because again, I never expected all this to get as big as it got. But she's going to get a much more shark appropriate tank in the next few months. So this will be this will be a lot better. Be a lot better for her. She'll come eat right out of your hand, though. I mean, she's she's stuck right now. See what I mean there? She's just always up under the rocks. You can see spots on the side of her face where she digs and tears her skin up. I think she's wanting me to feed her. You want this? No, she's trying to hide from me. She's not interested in me right now. But yeah, you can see she definitely will do a number. So be cautious when you get sharks about that. They do like rocks to hide under. Like this little construction I got right here is, I mean, it's hollow underneath. There's a few legs holding it up. A bunch of the fish live under there. But she doesn't seem to like it. She likes to be on the outside. She likes to dig into these rocks, which these rocks also house the ribbon eels. And there's a pipe underneath some of the sand here that the rocks are kind of holding down. See, she looks just like a puppy. It's just like a puppy. It's just like having a puppy with giant teeth. No different. She's just coming over here begging for food. Just coming begging. I have had a shark for a long time. She's gotten a lot of size on her. I saw some pictures on my phone not too long ago of when I first got her, and she was tiny. I mean, itty bitty little one. I've also hatched out a few sharks. Those are kind of neat to do. But they are hard to get to feed. I found out that if you do have baby sharks, if you do decide to do the egg thing, I found out that live food is better to start them with. I did get all mine to eat. I did have 2 losses out of trying 5 times, so that kind of hurts your feelings. But they're a tough animal. They're not as easy as you think. They're not just like getting a clownfish or getting. There's vitamins they need. There's stuff that they need. They need a lot of protein. They need a lot of food. They just need a lot of food altogether. And then I've got some crabs down here I feed. They keep my sump nice and clean. And got a clown trigger. I got some diatoms going on this tank. I'm not 100% sure why. I need to do a water change. I'll probably do one this weekend. I'll do a little filming so you can see what it takes to do water changes. My water station is actually pretty impressive. A lot of scrap parts off of jobs and stuff, but you'll get to see that entire thing when we move everything to the new fish room. I'll break everything down and set it all back up so you can kind of see what ways you can make your own. This is a happy fish right here. Big giant chunk of shrimp. Alright, well, this is Matt with Matt's Fish Room. Just kind of random. Subscribe to my page. Thanks.